start looking at him, and they might be giving him an opportunity. If he has an opportunity to fight somebody like Alexander Usyk, for instance, I want him to step up and take that fight. If he does that and he gives a good account of himself, very soon the world title opportunity will come. But now that they've told us who Tyson Fury will fight, I think we will, maybe after this couple of months, especially in December, that's when Anthony Joshua will fight against Kubrat Pulev. That's when Tyson Fury will fight. We'll wait to see what will happen between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Wilder has been very angry. He's been saying all sorts of things, even accused Tyson Fury of cheating in previous matches, and so many things just happening in the heavyweight division right now. So I hope that after this month, hopefully Tyson Fury wins, hopefully Anthony Joshua wins. We will see what 2021 will hold for them. So is the next fight going to be straight up Anthony Joshua taking on Tyson Fury? I doubt that very much, because there are some mandatory challenger issues that they've got to take care of. Anthony Joshua might, unfortunately, have to relinquish his WBO belt if he's unable to defend it against, no, not Kubrat Pulev, against, he's defending his 3 belts against Alexander Usyk. Yeah, so if he beats Pulev, I expect that he will. Then he's unable to fight against Usyk, who will be the mandatory challenger for his WBO title. He might be forced to relinquish it to go after Tyson Fury's WBC title. And if he's able to get that, then he can now come back and try to reclaim the WBO belt. But I think Anthony Joshua deserves credit for being the one man who has gone and has done get all the belts together. He has unified the heavyweight division. Tyson Fury held the 3 belts previously, but he had some issues, and then he had to vacate the title. He was not looking for the titles, and now he can claim that he has held all the 4 titles, which is true, because he held the WBC. He currently holds the WBC. Before, he was holding the IBF, WBO, and WBA titles. But nobody, no human being, not Tyson Fury, not Mike Tyson, not Muhammad Ali, because during their time they weren't 4 divisions, they were mainly 3. So nobody, no human being has held all 4 titles simultaneously. Tyson Fury can claim, yeah, I've won all, but not at the same time. So that is why that fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, hopefully, well, or we can say the fight between the guys that are holding all 4 belts at the same time. So if they fight, you know, it's winner takes all. Whoever wins is going to be the first ever 4-weight champion, at the 4 belts champion at the same time, holding the IBF, WBO, WBA, and the WBC. There is also the IBO belt, that's the International Boxing Organization, which Anthony Joshua holds, but it is not as prestigious as the other 4. That's the IBF, International Boxing Federation, WBO, the World Boxing Organization, WBA, World Boxing Association, and the WBC, the World Boxing Council. So these are the 4 most prestigious. Some say the WBC is the biggest of them all, but it would be interesting to see if one person can hold all 4. And I've always said that, look, it is going to be a very big problem. Even if the person holds all 4, I don't think he would want to risk that every time he fights, all 4 of his titles are on the line. So he might say, okay, I will fight, I will be mandatory challenger for the W, because each of these organizations, they have their ranking system. You might be the #1 ranked boxer for the WBC, but you are not #1 for the WBO. So the WBO will say, okay, this is our mandatory challenger for the title, so we want him to fight against this, the holder of the belt next. IBF will say, this is our own #1 ranked guy, and we want him to fight for the title next. The fighter, that's the champion, cannot fight against 2 people at the same time. It's not possible. Physically, it's not possible. And even if, you know, they come to a compromise, you have to give time, because you don't expect somebody to have a fight in November, for instance, and by January you expect him to fight again. He needs at least 6 months to recuperate and get back. So it might be very, very difficult, but I'm happy that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have, at least in principle, they have an agreement that they are going to fight twice very soon. Is it going to be in 2021? I doubt it. But if they both hold the belts to the end of 2021, then definitely that's the fight that will happen in 2022.
We also, I can't wait to see Tyson Fury with Anthony Joshua 2021 and see how things will go. But for this fight, it is bid for December 5th, and the Jesse King wanted to fight fellow unbeaten Japanese Atis Karabia. Though Jagba is also unbeaten, but they are all with top rank promotion. So, like we said, it was amongst other guys like Canadia's Simon Kane and Australia's Dempsey McCain. They are the other boxers that were on the shortlist of fighters to face Tyson Fury. While Cameroonian boxer Carlos Takam was also on the sideline. So after all the conversations and everything, they found out, okay, let's go with the German. All right, congratulations. Let's see how things will go on that day. It will be the 20th fight for the German. He won his 20th fight over George Lazaridis to claim the vacant WBA Continental Heavyweight title. So let's see. Jagba is beaten in 15 professional fights since dropping his amateur status in 2017. Okay, before we go on our first break, still talking about Nigeria issues, let's just come down to Benin. We've been told that the Super Eagles will open their camp on Monday. So the Leon Stars will come into town on Wednesday, and they will be lodged at the Eternal Hotel, talking about the Super Eagles. Then for the match officials, they will also be in the same hotel, the match officials and the delegation of NFF. Then
the match officials will be accommodated.
Yeah, so that's how they are going to stay. But for the visitors, on Wednesday, they will come into town, and they will be at the prestigious Lodge Hotel in Benin City, and they are expected to fly into Lagos on Wednesday, November 11. So this is what we are expecting. But for the Ministry of Youth and Sports, they are still insisting that the COVID-19 protocols, with no football fans allowed to watch the match. But like we told you yesterday, we are still keeping tabs that we hope that they will allow some few fans to support the Super Eagles. This is going to be a big day. We hope that for me, I can wait to go in there and support the Super Eagles, because
it's really unfortunate that we're having this time
friendly
COVID, because the people of Benin honestly deserve to see the Super Eagles in action. What's the point of having a magnificent facility that the fans cannot come and enjoy? The facility now, because when it was being refurbished and everything, we said, look, this is what you need to attract quality games. Delta is just a stone throw away. People, we've had the Super Eagles play in Delta. We've had the Super Eagles play in Uyo. We've had the Super Eagles play in Port Harcourt. These are all the states in the South, and regularly they play there, although Port Harcourt not that much. But in Benin City, it's been a long time that the Super Eagles came here. So we want to now make the Samuel Ogomilia Stadium one of the home venues for the Super Eagles, so that they can be playing here regularly. It's just unfortunate that now that we have the facility, at least there are things in the Samuel Ogomilia Stadium that you don't even find anywhere. The motorized car, I counted 4 when we went on our inspection. The dressing room, there are 4 dressing rooms. I've been to many stadiums. There's usually 2 that they have. Here we have 4. And I'm sure that when the NFF came, they were impressed by these facilities. As it stands right now in the entire Nigeria, not the National Stadium in Abuja, not the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo, not other stadia that we have across the country, have VAR. We have it at the Samuel Ogomilia Stadium. That is fantastic. The only thing that I think will be an issue when it comes to bidding to get some quality international games will be the capacity of the stadium. Because if you want to host a World Cup game, for instance, maybe Nigeria gets to host the Under-20 World Cup or Under-17 World Cup. So you need, they can play group games there, but I think the capacity needs to improve. We have the stadium now is about 15,000, so I think we should, if we want to really be targeting hosting high quality international games, then we should be looking at getting 25,000 to 30,000 capacity. But the pitch and other facilities there super. So it is disappointing. It will be really, really disappointing if the fans are not able to
see them.
I'm appealing to the presidential task force on COVID-19. Come on, we have seen events take place in those states, and we have not seen a hype a spike in the number of cases where you will say, okay, because of these things that happen, look at the number of cases that we now have. So we are appealing. The fans deserve to watch the Super Eagles. So we still hope, we hope that they will allow the fans to come there. Even if they reduce it, okay, let 5,000 be at the stadium, so that it would be space. Except now that they are trying to do a second lockdown. But we saw fans in Europe, which is worse than Africa. They're allowing some fans to come into the stadium. And somebody mentioned, maybe the health of the players. The fans will not interact with the players. So the risk of the players contracting COVID from anybody on the stand is absolutely next to zero. Nothing is impossible. But from what the scientists have told us, if you keep social distancing, you wear your face, I'm sure there will be regulated. Musa Ebomi and Adi, Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Governor, told us yesterday that look, everybody will come in with a face mask. So events have been held there. They are going to have the inauguration there on Thursday. So they are going to observe the COVID-19 safety measures. So we're appealing to the presidential authorities. We hope that they will allow fans come into that venue to watch the Super Eagles play. And we hope that this is going to be the beginning of many. The president of the NFF, Amadou Pinegu, prized himself as a Benin boy because he went to school here, the great University of Benin, and lived many years here in Benin City. He is one of us, even though he's originally from Delta State. But Edo and Delta, come on, from Midwest to Delta State, we are.
Even listening to Keshi, his wife, also from Edo State.
Keshi was here in this city for a very long time. So I hope that they will allow fans to come in, and I hope that we're going to be having many more matches featuring the Super Eagles taking place right here in Benin City.
Let's go on our first break. When we return, we'll be looking at the Europa League matches that we played yesterday. It was fire. It was fist of goals. The guys came out smoking, and we'll be giving you all the results. Just to come, we'll be right back.
Do you know that following people without
Today to win for the 9 Mobile Mega Millions promo. 90 people go home 1 million naira every day for 90 days. 2 people go win smartphones every hour, every day. The one who it pass, now the 10 million naira grand prize. If you not be 9 Mobile customer, move from our side or buy a new line. In addition to the plenty millions and smartphones, we go summer you with 1 gigabyte plus 500 naira airtime instanta plus up to 100% data bonus for 1 year. Recharge 200 naira and above. Make you for the win. Promo starts August 10 and ends November 7, 2020 and is approved by FCCPC.
9 Mobile. Make I tell you a story where they sweet me for body. It save me time. It near my house, yeah. If you want deposit money, withdraw money, or open account, yeah. Even if your bank is far, no need to waste your time, yeah. Go use Ecobank, Express Bank. Now your corner bank, Express Bank. Near your house, Express Bank. It for everywhere. You want to open account, withdraw, send money, pay your bills. Use Ecobank Express Bank within you.
Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Malaria don't let me now the time don't reach where my life go show and we. Oh yeah, show malaria we. Say bye bye to me,
Them don't reach make you collect your mumu potent for malaria hand with Malak, the better medicine from May and Baker. We don't make products past 75 years. Malak contain dehydroartemisinin piperaquine, where they work inside body for up to 6 weeks and they stop malaria from knocking you blast bones. All you need to do to take 3 tablets for 3 days and the medicine goes summer the malaria come out your body sharp. Now the power of Malak be that. Malak, your control button for malaria. It's a pharmacy way near you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, make you go see a doctor. A product of May and Baker.
Honey?
Yes, dear.
I'm tired of the poor power situation. Every time I stock the fridge, I come back to spoiled food. I think it's about time we go solar.
How?
With Vertical Solar, we can have all our appliances and electronics powered by solar, and they allow us to pay small. We can pay installmentally with as low as 36,000 naira monthly, spread across 12 months.
Tell me more.
I know you like the idea of paying small. Vertical Solar range of products can power all household devices appliances, including air conditioners and water pumps.
What are the benefits of solar power?
We are talking uninterrupted power supply, no monthly electricity bill, no more spending on generator, and no more generator noise.
I see. But how can I locate Vertical Solar?
Head now to 28 Country Home Motel Road off Ajib Junction, Sapele Road, Benin City, or Blossom Mall beside Stop to Shop Stores, DBS Road, Asaba. Or you can call them on 0816-170-1105 or 0703-623-4843. You can also send them an email on info@verticalsolar.com.ng.
Vertical Solar, your lifetime power partners.
In case you just joining us, the Sports Fiesta reaching live on 92.7 KFM down here in Benin City. With me, Ewusa Egbekani, Sports Maestro. I'm staying in the building with Salihu Ibrahim, the Abracadabra of sports. Before we went on the break, we told you what to expect in the world of boxing as Tyson Fury has opted for Ajit Bazayer, the German, to take on the WBC champion on the 5th of December. We hope that Tefe will get his turn as time goes on. Then for the camp of the Spy Eagles, we've been told on the 9th of November, which is on Monday, the camp will be open and we're counting down to the big match, which will come up on the 13th of November at the newly rebranded Samuel Bermuda Stadium in Benin City. Okay, now let's go to Europe and go to the sponsor the program by Best Play. But before we look at all that happened yesterday night in the UEFA Europa League across all Austria, let's take this from the best sponsor.
If I put this one, I get 500,000. If I put this one, I get 1 million.
Which one will you talk to yourself like this?
Never your bet pay. On bet pay, they will reward you whether you win or lose. Remember, say 150% first deposit bonus they wait for you. If you deposit and withdraw instant 24/7, and many of get package full ground, go register for bet pay and start to win.
Person fee be agent?
Yes, now if you become agent and then you go to get bonuses. Oh yeah, go www.betpay.ng.
Bet pay, you stay. We pay.
Let's go into the UEFA Champions League proper, the Europa League proper, and look at what happened yesterday. Yes, Kelechi Iheanacho wasn't among the goals last time when Leicester City went to Elland Road and beat Leeds United. It was an emphatic victory for them. So, still basking the euphoria, they took that same momentum into this game, and this time Kelechi Iheanacho started and it justified his inclusion in that team. So far, he has scored 3 goals and had 3 assists in the UEFA Europa League this season for Leicester City. Ibrahim, what do you have to say about this young man who was trying to become what he was before Osimhen overtook him in the Super Eagles?
You know, the other time he scored a goal and had 2 assists, and he became the first Nigerian to do that in the UEFA Europa League. Now, yesterday, he scored 2 goals and had an assist. It's fantastic. This is what I love seeing with Nigerian players in this competition. The UEFA Europa League is the second most prestigious club competition in Europe by implication in the entire world. So even though it is not the Champions League, but it is a very highly rated competition, because even if you win it, you get automatic qualification to the Champions League. That is how important it is. So for our players to be doing well in such competition, it gladdens the heart. And I'm particularly happy for Kelechi Iheanacho. Remember that he did not even make the Nations Cup squad last time, and we said, look, it's justified. I mean, come on, we know what Kelechi Iheanacho has done. He basically qualified us for the 2018 World Cup with some of the fantastic goals that he scored home and away, you know. But when we now saw that this guy wasn't in form, he wasn't playing very well, I was disappointed that how can you leave a club like Manchester United? Remember Manchester City? Remember that they even inserted a buyback clause when they were selling him for £20 million to Leicester City. They inserted a buyback clause because they know how good he is. And well, I didn't even want him to join Manchester City at that point. I thought Arsenal would have been a better club for him to develop. But his parents, his father in particular, insisted that he should go to Manchester City. He started really well. Even scored in the Manchester derby. So I was thinking, okay, maybe it is the right decision for him to join Manchester City. But later, we started saying that to even get the spots in the team was very, very difficult. Then when he dropped to Leicester City, I thought, okay, especially with Wilfred Ndidi there, okay, they are going to bond and everything. And Leicester City, no disrespect to them, they were champions in 2016, but they are not at the level of Manchester City. So I thought it would be a stroll for him. He is going to be the foil for Jamie Vardy. He will be playing alongside Jamie Vardy every time. But since he isn't a top striker, but it hadn't been like that for the last couple of years. But this season he's beginning to show his potential. Let's not forget, this was the guy who was maybe the heartbeat of the Nigerian under-17 team that won the 2013 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in the United Arab Emirates. There were so many good players in that team, but he stood out. Even when we lost a Success Isaac during, I think it was the third match against Sweden, you know, Kelechi Iheanacho really stepped up and did great stuff. Then went to the Flying Eagles and from there to the Super Eagles. He has been doing some great stuff. But when he missed the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations, I mean, come on, we knew that he wasn't in very good form. But now he's back. You can see that almost every selection that Iheanacho makes, he invites him. It's really, really good. I expect that he will do great stuff, and I'm happy for him. This is the best way to prepare for those matches that we're going to be having against Sierra Leone. So I'm super delighted that Kelechi is finding his feet and now living up to the potential that we saw when he played at the Under-17 World Cup in 2013.
Kelechi Iheanacho open scoring in the first minute before doubling the lead on 48 minutes. Then Dennis Perez got the third one. The following is the assist before James Maddison completed the pass. So it was a fantastic one for Leicester City in Group G. Right now they are top of that group with 9 points, followed by Sporting Braga despite the loss of 6 points from 3 matches so far. Icatens are third on that group with 3 points, while Zoya Luhansk of Ukraine are bottom with no points.
Icatens beat Zoya 4-1 from home, while Leicester City beat SC Braga 4-0 at home.
Alright, before we go on to take the remaining the comprehensive results, let's take this.
It's time to win very big. Feel the excitement at www.betpay.ng, the sports betting company that rewards you whether you win or lose. Stay on top of the action wherever you are. Get the best odds, 150% deposit bonus. Cash out anytime. Accumulate your bonus. You can deposit and withdraw instantly, 247 and much more. Register now at BetPay to start winning. You can also become a BetPay agent and earn fantastic commissions and bonuses. Visit www.betpay.ng. BetPay. You stay, we pay.
Time to take the comprehensive results of the matches that we played yesterday from Group A to Group L, and I can tell you that there were so many big wins for some teams.
Well, Roma beat Amplode 5-0, while Young Boys spanked CSK Sofia 3-0. That's in Group A. In Group B, Rapid Vienna, they beat Dundalk 4-3, while Arsenal, they were down 1-0 at halftime. It was looking like, oh, this is the old Arsenal, but the next 45 minutes they just transformed into the Super Arsenal, the one that beat Manchester United. So they won the second half 4-1, and that was the final scores. Arsenal for Molda 1. Then in Group C, Hapoel Beersheva lost 4-2 at home to Bayer Leverkusen, while Slavia Prague beat Nice 3-2. In Group D, Benfica and Rangers, they played out a 3-all draw, while Lech Poznan defeated Standard Liège 3-1. In Group E, Omonia Nicosia were at home, but they were beaten 2-0 by Granada, while PAOK Thessalonica were 4-1 winners over PSV Eindhoven. In Group F, Real Sociedad 1, AZ Alkmaar 0, Rijeka 1, Napoli 2. Then we also had in Group G, as we told you, Leicester City beat Braga 4-0, while Zoya lost 4-1 at home to AEK Athens. In Group H, AC Milan, their long unbeaten run so well with Zlatan Ibrahimovic. It has come to an end. They were beaten 3-0 at home by Lille. That was a surprising result. While Celtic, they lost 4-1 at home to Sparta Prague, and their manager is
really hungry.
Lack of hunger, you know, and it was unacceptable the way they performed. Now we can see even what is happening in the Scottish Premiership. The Rangers seems to be dominating. In Group I, Sivasspor won 2-0 at home to Karabakh, while Villarreal spanked Maccabi Tel Aviv 4-0. In Group J, the Nogodas Razgrad were beaten 3-1 at home by Tottenham Hotspur. Harry Kane scored his 200th goal for in his career. In 200th goal in his career. That's really remarkable. Then Royal Antwerp, they lost 1-0 at home to Lask. In Group K, Dinamo Zagreb beats Wolfsberger 1-0, while Feyenoord were 3-1 winners over CSK Moscow. And in Group L, Red Star Belgrade were 2-1 winners over Ghent, while Hoffenheim spanked Slovan Liberec 5-0.
These are the matches that we played the last night, Thursday football. Yes, Kevin Abugua of the Spikes was in action for Hoffenheim. Then we also had Chidena Ejuki in the 3-1 defeat to Feyenoord. He was also in action. So we hope that the Eagles will keep on soaring wherever they are, so that by the time they come to the club and play against African opposition, then they will have to take them to the cleaners without wasting much of the time. Okay, and for we look into the domestic fixtures that we have this weekend, because domestic league leagues have been returned, and we'll be looking at the 5 major leagues. Before we do that, let's also go and take this message from Let's Play.
There's no time to check time, but this is not time to hammer. You don't try BetPay, they go reward you whether you win or lose. Remember, say 150% first deposit bonus, they wait for you. You fit cash out anytime. You fit deposit and withdraw instant 24/7. And many Ogmo get things full grand though. Yourself fit become BetPay agent, and you go they get Ogmo get bonuses. Oh yeah, sharp, go www.betpay.ng. BetPay, you stake, you pay.
Okay, still in Europe, let's quickly look at the 5 major leagues, the fixtures for this weekend, and we are going to start from the English Premier League and look at what we've got this weekend. On Friday, today, later tonight, we have a Brighton and Hove Albion taking on Burnley. Then Saturday, we entertain Newcastle United. Then tomorrow, Saturday, Everton will be at home to Manchester United at the Goodison Park. Crystal Palace will welcome Leeds United. Chelsea and Stamford Bridge we continue our momentum into that game against Sheffield United. Then West Ham United at Upton Park will take on Fulham. Then on Sunday, it will be West Bromwich Albion versus Tottenham Hotspur. Leicester City will take on Wolverhampton Wanderers. Manchester City will face Liverpool. That's going to be match watching one, while Arsenal will take on Aston Villa. These are the matches to expect in the English Premier League this weekend. Okay, let's take a look at the Spanish La Liga Santander. Tonight we have a game where Elche will play. We are home to Celta Vigo. Then tomorrow, Saturday, USK will be at home to Eibar. Barcelona will take on Real Betis. Sevilla versus Osasuna. Atletico Madrid will face Cadiz. While on Sunday, Getafe will be at home to Villarreal. Real Sociedad will take on Granada. Levante will entertain Deportivo Alaves. Real Valladolid will take on Athletic Club Bilbao, while Valencia will welcome reigning champions Real Madrid. So that is what to expect in the Spanish La Liga Santander. That takes us to the German Bundesliga. Tonight there will be a game. Werder Bremen will take on Cologne. Then tomorrow, Saturday, RB Leipzig will welcome Freiburg. Union Berlin will be at home to Arminia Bielefeld. Mainz 05 will take on Schalke 04. Augsburg will trade tackles with Hertha Berlin. Stuttgart will do battle with Eintracht Frankfurt. Borussia Dortmund will take on Bayern Munich. This process promises to be explosive, especially with the form of Brett Erling Haaland, who has scored so many goals, 26 goals in 28 games for Dortmund. That is so remarkable. I don't see anybody doing that at the moment, because nobody expected that when he joined them in January, he will be as prolific as this. Though we saw,
I expected it.
Yeah,
we saw what he was doing
at
at
Salzburg.
RB Salzburg. So we knew he's got the potential. If you give him the supply, he was definitely going to get the goals for you. And we've been told now that there is no release clause in his contract. So I don't know. I'm sure there will be a battle for his signature in 2021, but we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, okay, that's what we've got in the German Bundesliga, because Sunday will also be having like 2 matches remaining: Wolfsburg, Hoffenheim, and Bayer Leverkusen, Borussia Mönchengladbach. This also promised to be an open match where we expect so many goals. The Italian Serie A is up next, and we'll look at what to expect this weekend. Friday, that's tonight, Sassuolo playing host to Udinese. Then tomorrow, Saturday, Cagliari to take on Sampdoria. Benevento versus Spezia. Parma will welcome Fiorentina. Then on Sunday, Lazio will take on Juventus. Ciro Immobile taking on returning Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo returned with a brace in the Champions League, but against Lazio, let's see what he will be able to do, and let's see how that.
Wasn't the champion? He didn't score in the Champions League.
No, he didn't score, but it was
our match that
okay against this Spezia, but he couldn't get a goal in the Champions League. So let's see if we continue that goal scoring form for Juve against Lazio. Atalanta will take on Internazionale. This also promises to be explosive, but the form of Atalanta right now has been dwindling. I don't know what's happening to them. Genoa will take on Roma. Torino versus Crotone. Bologna will take on Napoli, where we expect Victor Osimhen to hit the ground running for them. AC Milan, well, after that defeat last night, I think they can come back with a win over Hellas Verona this weekend. That is what to expect from the Italian Serie A. Then finally to the French Ligue 1. Tonight we've got one game. Strasbourg will take on Marseille. Then tomorrow, Saturday, Bordeaux will take on Montpellier. PSG versus Rennes. Then on Sunday we've got Brest versus Lille. Lens will take on Rennes. Then Lorient versus Nantes. Metz will take on Dijon. Nice versus Angers. Nice will take on Monaco, while Lyon faces Saint-Etienne. These are the matches to expect this weekend. Alright, so let's go on this break again, and when we return, we'll be looking at other stories.
If I put this one, I get 500,000. If I put this one, I get 1 million.
Which one when you talk to yourself like this?
Never your bet pay. On bet pay, they will reward you whether you win or lose. Remember, say 150% first deposit bonus they wait for you. If you deposit and withdraw instant 24/7, and many of them get package full grand, go register for bet pay and start to win.
Person fee be agent?
Yes, now if you become agent and then you go get bonuses. Oh yeah, go www.betpay.ng.
Bet pay. You stay. We pay.
Alright, we're back, and we'll be looking at a story from Nigeria before we go back to look at what is going on in Europe, and also look at the transfer rumors where Manchester United could hire Mauricio Pochettino and to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But before we move over to Europe, let's come down to Nigeria and look at what we've got.
Yeah, it is a story from the public relations officer of the Nigeria Olympic Committee, my very good friend Femi Adetola. So the story says the Nigeria Olympic Committee and the Nigerian University Games NUGA will start the second phase of the Olympic Value Education Program, OVIP, at the Delta State University, Abaca Delta State, from November 8th to 11/2020. The program, according to the Olympic movement, is to educate young citizens on the spirit for better understanding and friendship, thereby helping to build a better and more peaceful world. Olympism is a philosophy of life which spans more than the 17 years of this 17th year of the Quadrennial Olympic Games. Engineer Abu Gumel, president of the Nigeria Olympic Committee, he expressed his happiness at the uniqueness of this event. He said the International Olympic Committee, IOC, is really focusing on the promotion of the Olympic values through Olympic education in the schools. Gumel commended NUGA, one of its partners and a member of the Nigeria Olympic Committee, for the collaboration and the interest they show in training the young athletes. He asked that they do not relent in inculcating the Olympic spirit in Nigerian students, thereby having them at the peak in the NUGA Games and ultimately the Olympic Games, hence the reason for the Olympic Value Education Program. The South-South zone of OVIP in Abaca will have 10 universities participating, with each institution presenting 3 male and 3 female athletes. Also, the third phase will converge at the University of Abuja between November 12 to 15, with athletes from 10 universities from each of the 6 geopolitical zones taking part in the program. So that's the story from the Nigeria Olympic Committee.
Let's talk about this man. He was a legend for Netherlands, and during his playing days, and he has revealed that that he should have retired earlier, and his career was not worth the pain that he suffered from his injuries. We're talking about Marco van Basten.
Yeah, one of the deadliest strikers I've ever seen in football. If you watch the 1988 Euros, that was so far the only major competition that the Netherlands have watched. Van Basten, Ruud Gullit, and Frank Rijkaard. These were the 3 musketeers there. And remember, they then went to AC Milan. The 3 of them played for AC Milan. Rijkaard, Van Basten, and Ruud Gullit, and they were spread in the 3 departments of the game. Defense, Rijkaard could play in defense, could also play in midfield. Their midfield, of course, Ruud Gullit, one of the most gifted footballers I've ever seen, and then Marco van Basten, who was a natural-born goal poacher. If you watch the second goal in that final against the USSR, you understand what I'm talking about. He scored a hat-trick against England in Euro 1988. They never got to win the World Cup. I thought they had a brilliant opportunity to do that in 1990, but it didn't click for them. 1994, they had issues. Van Basten was already retired with his ankle injuries and everything. Ruud Gullit walked out of their World Cup camp and just left the team. So it didn't really quite work out for them. But for Marco van Basten, it's like he reminds the player that he reminds me of, not in the way they play, they were both scoring goals, but in realizing that without injuries, this guy could have been greater. Marco van Basten was, I think, World Footballer of the Year, was it 1987 and 1992? I'll try.
Yeah, he won the Ballon d'Or on 3 occasions. Yeah, between 1988 and 1992.
Yeah. I think it was okay. Ruud Gullit was 1987. I think he was 1988. So, without injuries, this guy was unstoppable. He could score all kinds of goals and do great stuff. Well, it didn't work out for him at Euro 1992 when they were beaten in the semi-final. But you could tell how good he was. Helped AC Milan win a couple of Scudettos, that's the Italian Serie A, and then of course the Champions League. But his ankle injuries, it was just too much. Unfortunately for him, we didn't have the advancement that we have today with modern medicine and everything. So maybe his career would have been prolonged. But he's saying that the pain that he went through, that his career was not worth it. Maybe he should have retired much earlier. He was even told that if he continued playing, he could become a cripple. Yeah, because of the extent of the injuries and the surgeries that he was having. So he was forced to retire prematurely, but look, that was one really great striker that we missed. The same thing with Ronaldo de Lima of Brazil. His was his knees, maybe because of his weight and everything, too much pressure on his knees. And so even though if you watch this, Ronaldo de Lima and you think, wow, this guy is great, he's a legend, but when you realize what injuries did to that young man, and it makes you wonder what might have been if he had a healthy career, if he could have had like 10-15 years, the way like Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are right now. Those two guys, they hardly get injured. Even if they do, they come back stronger. But Marco van Basten and Ronaldo de Lima did not have that luxury. It's unfortunate, really, really unfortunate, but these things happen. It's life. Somehow you get to be pulled down. So for Marco van Basten, I really feel for him, because if you know him, if you watch him play, you will realize that he could have become greater. He would definitely have been greater if he didn't have those injury issues.
Okay, now let's quickly go on another break. I will return from this break. This time we'll be looking at the transfer rumors as well as the Paris Masters. So sound good.
Friday is live. Enjoy amazing deals on Jumia Black Friday with daily flash sales. Get the large 55-inch LED smart TV for just 119,990 naira. The Mama Price 50 kg rice for just 23,990 naira. On the 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th of November. Be sure to use the voucher code Jumia BF to get 15% off. Terms and conditions apply. Jumia Black Friday, every Friday in November.
Make I tell you a story where they sweet me for body. It dey save me time. It dey near my house, yeah. If you want deposit money, withdraw money, or open account, yeah. Even if your bank is far, no need to dey waste your time, yeah. Go use Eco Bank, Express Money. Now your corner bank, Express Money. It dey near your house, Express Money. It go for everywhere. You want open account, withdraw, send money, pay your bills. Use Eco Bank Express Punch wey dey near you.
Eco Bank, the Pan-African Bank.
Malaria don't let me now the time don't reach where my life go show and we. Oh yeah, show malaria we. Say bye bye to me, malaria.
Time don't reach make you collect your mumu potent for malaria hand with Malak, the better medicine from May and Baker. We don't make products past 75 years. Malak contain dehydroartemisinin piperaquine, where they work inside body for up to 6 weeks and they stop malaria from knocking you past bones. All you need do now to take 3 tablets for 3 days and the medicine goes summer the malaria come out your body sharp. Now the power of Malak be that. Malak, your control button for malaria. E dey pharmacy wey dey near you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, make you go see your doctor. A product of May and Baker.
Welcome back in the final lap of the program, and let's quickly look at some transfer rumors. For Manchester United, they have approached former Tottenham manager Mauricio Pochettino about the placing of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as the club's next manager. And we also hear that Solskjaer's position is in the balance after back-to-back defeats, and it could be sacked if United lose to Everton on Saturday. Alternatively, he will not be sacked regardless of Saturday's result. That's coming from another source, The Athletic.
It's
the pressure is
but look, even if you do not like it, that's the reality of football. Yeah. But the same thing happened to him at Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah. So as we usually say, there are 2 types of coaches: those who have been fired and those that are waiting to be fired. But I usually like adding a 3rd class of coaches, that those who are waiting to be employed. Right. Because even if they sack you, it doesn't mean that that's the end of your life. That club is going to come for you. But it's disappointing really what's happening right now, and I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer realizes that his days are numbered at Manchester United, except if there will be a dramatic improvement in the performance that they will be churning out. But you can't lose the out of 4 matches that you've played at Old Trafford in the Premier League. You've lost 3 of them. You're beaten by Crystal Palace, beaten by Arsenal, in fact, not just beaten, embarrassed by Tottenham Hotspur. Chelsea, they only were able to get a draw, and I thought it was because Chelsea were cautious. They did not really come out because they know that counter-attacking, Manchester United are one of the best teams in the world. But if they are taking the game to them like Arsenal did, or like Tottenham did, or like Crystal Palace did, I'm sure Chelsea could have got something out of the game. That's just how poor Manchester United have been this season. So you understand why there is so much speculation now concerning Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I really feel for him, because the guy was an absolute legend. If you want the definition of a super sub, look at the career of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This guy won the Champions League for them in 1999. That's historic treble-winning season. So it is really disappointing. But as we have said several times, the fact that you are a world-class footballer doesn't mean that you will become a world-class coach. But people like Pep Guardiola and Zinedine Zidane, they have proven, although some do not really rate them. For Pep Guardiola, there is this, okay, he goes to already established size, he tries, nice player. You look at Zinedine Zidane, well, it is not really, he's not tactical, he's just, it doesn't matter. The thing is, Zinedine Zidane won the World Cup as a player. That's the biggest title you can win. He won the Euros as a player. He won the Champions League with Real Madrid, scoring in the final that wonderful goal against the Bayer Leverkusen at Ibrox. You know, one of the greatest goals I've seen in the Champions League. And he won 3 consecutive Champions League titles as the manager of Real Madrid. No manager, has since 1992. No club has been able to return it. Zidane did it 3 times back to back. So you've got to say he's one of the greatest managers that we've ever seen in world football. So with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I was kind of hoping that being a legendary player, he too could do that. He did well with Mulder, but of course, Norway is not the same as England. So I understand on this position, but I just feel really sorry for him, and I'll be sad to see him go.
Okay, for Tottenham owner David Lever, he has no fan for what Son Heung-min. He was 28, the same duties as Captain Harry Kane in an attempt to ensure the South Korea international stays at the club. I think this is really, really good because he has been really the go-to guy in some cases. Top clubs including Manchester City, Barcelona, and Juventus are tracking Borussia Mönchengladbach for work there. Marcos Thuram and Alassane Plea. Okay, let's look at the text messages. If we have time, we can look at the tennis. But for
this one says, is it true that the fans will not be allowed into the Sogonia Stadium for the match between the Super Eagles and Lyon Stars? Well, we've been explaining this for days. We even had to speak to the chief press secretary, to the deputy governor, and he told you what the situation is. They do not want, that's talking about the PTF, they don't want fans, but they're still trying to see how they will allow fans to come in. The government has said, look, we are ready. We have the capabilities of having fans in the stadium, and we assure you COVID-19 safety protocols will be in place. So that's the situation now. Good morning, Sports Oracle. My brother Fred Newton. Wanyo. Okay, Man United must rise again. I started supporting Man United since 1986 till date. Man United for life, big brother. Barcelona FC since 1991 and Ajax FC since 1992. This is from Enahoro Samson. Okay. Alright, Enahoro Samson. This one says Oga Ibrahim, did Mulder refuse to travel to England? Danny Webber from Ikobahi. No, they played against Arsenal now. That match Arsenal won 4-1. Good day, sirs. That caller is please advise to ask his club Man United to be consistently good instead of blaming Oga Ibrahim, who is fair in his analysis from Udi. Well, maybe the guy just started listening to us, and whenever I tuned in, it was Manchester United we're talking about. He doesn't know that we do the same for other clubs. This one says, okay, incomplete. Even when Cadiz beat us, we still receive the banter. That Man U fan should know Man U have been performing poorly regularly. That's why they are receiving regular banter. Hala Madrid. Okay, this is from a Madrid fan, and he is acknowledging that even they themselves have been made fun of. I really don't understand how Real Madrid are playing in the UEFA Champions League this season, and Europa League is not a place for them to be, except if Oga Ibrahim can say something about them, if they can qualify from that one of the group of death as far as UEFA Champions League this season. Okay, thanks, Kelvin. Oh, Calvin, I will not write off Real Madrid. I've just told you that Zidane won the UEFA Champions League 3 times consecutively with them. They are the record holders of this competition. The record holders. They have 13 titles. No club in the world comes close. The closest to them is AC Milan with 7 titles. That's almost, Real Madrid has almost double the titles that AC Milan has. So I will not write them off. But they've been poor really in the Champions League. Let's see what they will do in their next game. The sky is blue. I celebrate all Chelsea players for a wonderful game victory, and kudos to all fans of the world. KUFM. Okay, King James, Chelsea, Bachelor, Kiadalo. Okay. But the men of sportless want to know the whereabouts of Victor Moses, a Cesar from Sapele.
He's with
Russia. Yeah, he's in Spartak Moscow in Russia. Good day, Mr. Ibrahim. I want to know if the Nations Cup will still hold in January. The Nations Cup is going to hold, but it's not going to be in January. They said that they will move it to not January 2021. It's going to be in 2022. Yeah, I think it's going to be early 2022. Then we'll have the World Cup in 2022 also. CAF gave they released the guidelines on this some time ago. Well done, men of sports. Is the time for I promise you. I think I asked this question yesterday. I said I don't have that yet. Good day, sports gurus. I concur to the fact that Henderson should start ahead of Pickford. Greenwood will get his chance. He's still a kid. Hope the Gunners get a win tonight. Arsenal to death from Upper Sensible. Okay, you must have sent this history. Arsenal did get that win. We have time to take more.
That's one.
Okay, Ibrahim, should the EPL rule replace UEFA rule on penalty? What's good account is in committing 2 penalties and a red card? I also think that Chelsea had their game plan that should make them to use the space rather than running with ball. Hakim. Well, it's the rules are the same. Please understand that the rules are the same. It's just that it is interpreted differently. The rule is that when there is handball in the penalty area, box, it is a penalty. Okay. Now in England, they look at different things. What makes it? Yes, the ball has touched the hand, but the defender has time to get his hand out of the way. The shot, the speed. They look at the speed of the ball. They look at the distance between the defender and the player hitting the ball. In the UEFA Champions League, they don't necessarily do all that. What they look at is the hand in an unnatural position. What they interpret as natural position is that your hand should be at your side. Once you stretch your hands out or you raise it up, is in an unnatural position. So if that happens, then it is a penalty according to the interpretation of the same rule in the UEFA Champions League. But in England, they give some benefit of doubt to the defender. Then they start looking at, okay, when the ball came at him, could he have moved out of the way? If that is the case, then we should not sanction him. And if his hand didn't extend, we shouldn't sanction him. But the way it is in the UEFA Champions League is a bit different.
Okay, before the next one, the final two, we can tell you that Rafael Nadal won his game yesterday over Jordan Thompson. It was 6-1, 7-6. He's into the quarterfinals right now. So we'll give you the results of other matches later at 4 when we return. But now it's time to take the final also on show this morning.
Saudi Arabia was criticized for being closed off to the world, and now we've opened up. We are criticized for sports washing. For many Saudis, this is a dream come true. It's a very special moment. We can showcase to the world what we are capable of. If we can use sports to get people together and they understand Saudi Arabia, then why not? This is the biggest issue we had in the past, and now people are coming and understanding the culture. Saudi Sports Minister, His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Turki Al Fassi, reacting to criticism of the country after it was confirmed that the kingdom will host its first Formula 1 race in 2021. That's the final whistle on Sports Fiesta this morning.
Well, this will come to the end of the show. My name is Ewosa Igbeka, and I'll be doing this with Salih Ibrahim. Many thanks to you guys for being part of the show. See you later at 4. Bye-bye.
So we talk about what's more practical and comfortable in the business of elevator, escalator, building automation. Then let's talk about Enabritech Limited for your home and office, companies and industries. When you think of professionals in providing and installing elevator, escalator, building automation, automatic doors and gates, and lots more, think Enabritech Limited. Visit our Benin office, 14 Ideal Street, off Iama Road, GMA, Benin City. Telephone 0905-257-2571. Abuja, 40 Mirage Estate, Guaripa, Abuja. Telephone 0807-7577-398. Lagos, 417 C6 1004 Estate, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. Telephone 0807-7577-392. Ghana office, Medina Estate, Accra, Ghana. Telephone +233 504-651-537. Email info@enabritech.com. Website www.enabritech.com. Enabritech Limited. Technology moves you.
Trying to get or receive information through all corners of the globe requires unprecedented internet service. At Wireless NG, we provide fast, reliable, and affordable unlimited broadband internet service to homes and businesses. Service is currently available across Lagos and Benin. Visit us today at Wireless NG, 5 Ramaya, Ikenede Street off PZ Saple Road, Benin City, or our marketing office, 70 Olowo Complex, Airport Road, Benin City, or call 0807-887-9960 or 0703-672-9147. Wireless NG, erasing internet boundaries.
For yourself, oh, this not be the one you go take only here, oh. You must take your eyes see so that you self go enjoy what the other people they enjoy. Uyi Technica, the generator headquarters where they make everybody enjoy generators of all sizes and models for affordable price. Whether not the small one for barber shop or having a big Perkins generator for factory and big building. Uyi Technica, the place for generators, spare parts, grinding machine, peppermint, and others. Mention the name and size of generator where you want. Bakam, Uyi Technica get them. For the kind of money where they your pocket. Bakam, Uyi Technica get them. Go take your eyes see for the generator headquarters. Uyi Technica, 7981 and 83 Mission Road, Benin City, and all other Uyi Technical branches. Uyi Technica, affordable products for everybody jollification.
92.7 KUFM. From Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM News Update.
The time is 9 a.m. Good morning and welcome to the KUFM News Update at 9. I am Charles Upperum. President Muhammadu Buhari has emphasized the imperative of support of traditional rulers in the administration's determination to address the demands of the country's youth. The president made the call at a meeting with a delegation of the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria, led by the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar III, at the State House, Abuja. Buhari told the royal fathers that he has heard the loud cries of Nigerian youths and children, and they are attending to their concerns. A petitioner, Isaac Edo, has told the Edo State Judicial Panel of Inquiry that he has not seen his son since 2011 after he was allegedly taken into police custody. The panel commenced sitting on Thursday in Edo State with Isaac Edo appearing as a first petitioner for victims of SARS. Edo told the panel that his son was a student of English and Literature at Uthman Danfodio University when he was arrested. Edo, represented by counsel Audu Augustine, insisted that the police under the Edo State Police Command in 2011 took his son into their custody. Also, the 55-megawatt CCETC Oshomo Independent Power Plant in Edo State, which commenced power supply on Wednesday with the lighting up of the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, will have its services extended to supply 24-hour electricity to residential homes, offices and businesses within the stadium vicinity. Managing Director of the plant, Dr. Uwa Igehon, disclosed this while test running the lighting of facilities within the perimeters and inside the main bowl of the newly reconstructed Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City. Igehon disclosed that the 33 kV line running from Olugbo to Palm House has everything, just as everything about the project has been designed to run for 24 hours and 7 days a week. The Senate Committee on Federal Character and Intergovernmental Affairs on Thursday asked State House officials to stop President Muhammadu Buhari from embarking on foreign trips for medical treatment and put the State House clinic in order and equip it. They asked that the officials ensure it is functional so that the president would have no need to travel abroad for medical tourism. This remark was made by the chairman of the Senate Committee on Federal Character and Intergovernmental Affairs, Senator Danjuma Allah, when the permanent secretary of the State House, Tijani Umar, appeared before the committee to defend his 2021 budget estimates. The Managing Director of the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA, Nuruddin Rafindadi, on Thursday shocked members of the House of Representatives Committee on FEMA, headed by Honorable Richard Femi Bamishe, that the Ministries of Finance and Works and Housing inflated their 2021 budget by over 11 billion naira. Earlier, members of the committee had disallowed the agency from presenting its 2021 budget over lack of execution of the 2020 budget. The decision not to allow the presentation of the 2021 budget tore members of the committee apart, resulting in a prolonged argument amongst members. The managing director of the agency, Nuruddin Rafindadi, and his management team were ordered out of the session as members deliberated amongst themselves on salient issues. The National Youth Service Corps has assured that it would enforce strict compliance with all safety guidelines endorsed by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 and the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, in all its orientation camps across the country. The organization said that since the outbreak of the coronavirus in the country, it had not recorded any case among corps members and staff. The Director General of NYSC, Brigadier General Shaibu Ibrahim, according to a statement issued on Thursday by the Corps Director, Press and Public Relations, Adenike Adeyemi, said this in Jos at the 2020 Batch B pre-orientation workshop with the theme Evolving a Dynamic Operational Strategy in the Management of Camps in the Context of COVID-19. And finally, on the news update this morning, troops of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, working with other security agencies, say it is renewing its commitment to ending insurgency, banditry, and other sundry crimes in the country. Coordinator of Defense Media Operations, Major General John Enenche, who briefed reporters on Thursday in Abuja on the activities of the military in the fight against insurgency and banditry. He disclosed that in the last 5 days, the land component of Operation Lafia Dole repelled terrorist attacks on troops locations at Army Super Camp Damboa in Borno State. Enenche noted that this led to the death of 22 insurgents following the superior power of the Air Task Force, even as it lost one of his gallant soldiers. And that's the KUFM News Update on the hour. I am Charles Oporum saying thanks for listening and good morning.
KUFM. Ago, I got into Benson Idahosa University with a dream and a firm determination to be better. But then I quickly realized that I could be so much more. I didn't even know I had more in me. In school, I made great friends, went on memorable trips. I grew in character, met amazing people, like really amazing people. It's 4 years now, and I can proudly say I am better than I ever imagined. For more information, please visit www.biu.edu.ng or call 0814-990-6200. Benson Idahosa University. Your future starts here.
All the programs on KU 92.7 are now open for sponsorship and advert placements. For sponsorship and advert placements, call now for inquiries 070-380-50243 or 080-8877-3644 or visit KUFM Marketing Office located at the top floor of the Enterprise Foundation Building, number 62, Ihama Road, Benin City, Edo State. 92.7 KUFM is your business growth partner.
Everybody wants to know more of this and more of that. What is happening around the globe? Me, myself, I want to know. Said you know, 'cause I got good news